Hello guys, and welcome to episode 24 of my Armored Fury campaign in WARNO, playing on the PACT side. Previously, we made another attack straight into the heart of Hanover, and we did open a square here that we can move on to, but I don't really have any adequate troops to really take full advantage, so I was thinking of just picking my strongest unit, which seems to be nearby, the 2nd Battalion of the 56th, straight onto that point. They have 6 out of 8 fatigue, so unfortunately I can't attack with them, but it will secure that position near Hanover. And then next turn, we will have a little bit of a springboard to push deeper into Hanover. And we should have enough support here to help them out if they get attacked. But otherwise, it's just a matter of moving up the rest of our forces. So we'll go ahead and get the 3rd Battalion of the 56th up. We can shift up all of these guys, although I want to make room really for the fresh Polish forces. So this Polish unit can get all the way up to where the 1st Battalion, the 61st is, which means getting the 3rd Battalion of the 63rd out of the way. We also want to probably attack this AA unit. If I can shut that down, that would be good, but then this one will probably also still cover the front, but maybe we'll be able to get some attacks in on the right hand side. So I'll probably target this AA unit. It will probably call in the 2nd Royal Tank Regiment. So that's another attack I'm looking at doing today. But alas, let's get on with the movement here. I just want to try and make sure that I'm not putting these in the wrong place. We can probably just put this one here, that's fine. And I mean, there is a chance we could attack this field artillery with this unit. That would call in these, so I kind of want to do this attack first, I think. Let's try and bring across. Let's see, what unit's the most healthy? Probably this one. That wouldn't be able to engage, though. One's 5 out of 8 fatigue as well, but losing a couple tanks and that would probably cause it to get destroyed, so I've got to be really careful here. Because this is going to be a nasty fight, right? It's Challenger Mark IIIs. We could just brute force our way into this fight with some airstrikes. Probably not a bad idea. We can of course bring over the aircraft, the helicopters in this case. So maybe that's the play. We use this unit and just shift them in there. We have the helicopters come over and then we attack like so, and then like brute force with our aircraft. Then I can move this guy back, which means I can get the Polish all the way up there. And then, well, you'll probably want to get this guy as far as we can. So let's just move this unit out the way. And they're all going to travel up the road as far as they can, so they can engage in the next turn. That's a real scary force coming. Them down so those can go up. Perfect. All right. Yeah, left side, we're kind of just chilling. We did spread these out a little bit, but fatigue's still too bad to really make any attacks there. There's definitely potential for attacks on this right-hand side, although what I'm thinking is we can kind of just spread out a little bit more and try and force them to spread out as well. So for example, these guys can go here, we're going to go here and have this unit here and kind of look for a little bit of an encirclement, and then they'll have to adjust to deal with that. Our artillery is still in a good spot, so that's fine. AA is still fine, although we can move them up slightly. And redeploy those. Nice. All right, let's make this attack. So we're definitely going to be hitting the 2nd Royal Tank Regiment. The question is, Are we going to be attacking the AA first or second? I guess we have to do the AA first, right? Which is going to be obviously awkward for my helicopters, but I don't expect them to have like Eyehawks on the front. I mean, they might do, but I doubt it. Okay. Then we just need to pick the most fresh artillery unit. So let me just check these. That's got a decent amount of Akatsuyas, or Akatsuya, sorry. And then these ones, they're okay as well. I think I prefer that one because I got more supply. And then air support will drag in the Su-17s. And hopefully they'll just be able to breach through the AA, which will probably cost us a plane or two, but probably worth doing. This tactical battle. 6 strength should be able to push through. Come on. Oh, it didn't. Successful interception. That's a shame. I was really hoping they'd be able to break that. Okay, well, in we go. And it did cost us a couple planes to get here, but that's okay. Well, it's going to be a tough fight, that's for sure. If we see any Eyehawks, we're going to have to blast them ASAP with our artillery, and then we can use our helicopters to help pop these tanks. That is kind of the plan. This terrain is terrible for us because we don't want to be close to these Challenger Mark IIIs. They're going to really hurt at close range. So let's just get some recon out and about. We have plenty of recon with our Akatsias, so we'll just make sure to move them up. And we'll just have to be quite careful with this fight, honestly. It will be a slow and steady one. Okay, I think that's all of the roads covered. The center's kind of a bit open, but we're gonna probably play from Boris to Anna, not from Boris to center, because as I mentioned already, that's kind of a bit of a death trap. I can put a bunch of like Monostrelki in there, and we do have the Okrana to use as well to help with infantry. I could put a couple of those Okrana in there, I suppose, right from the get-go. We got 3 units of Monostrelki. It's a little bit rough for us. And there is a church there. We could put an Okrana in the church. That's fine. And then I guess we'll go that building. We'll try that. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to need plenty of tanks. So we'll do a nice big tank blob that can push towards Anna. And then we'll need a leader to capture Boris. And then I'll need artillery, which I think is going to be probably the most important thing in this battle. So, do that. Get them nice and spread out. Actually, maybe not too spread out, because we probably want to have a leader with them. Okay, that'll do. And then I think that's everything. Maybe a little bit of supply would be a good idea. Okay, let's launch. And we'll see how we get on. We want to save a little bit of points. We want to be able to afford like a helicopter or two. I'm probably just going to be using the ones with the most cocons to try and snipe enemy tanks from a distance. We're off. DMPs rolling to victory. Little T-80 convoy with the MTLPs behind. I'll see if I can get to this building. It might be a bit of risky. Once all the rest of it can unload, we'll put them all on return fire. They don't reveal themselves. There's a lot more recon than I anticipated. Thankfully my tanks are almost there. And these ferrets are just kind of annoying. Good kill. Oh, we're a bit blind off that ridge now. Let's bring up the Kokon. I'll bring up the MI8. That should allow us to get some more recon. I will need to deal with these terriers as well. Let's put some of these onto counter battery. They do have their own artillery that is going to be a pain.
Набираю максимальную скорость. Весь во внимании. Слушаю, самый легкий путь уже заминирован. Движение на горизонте. Ждем цели указаний. Еще один готов.
We did kill something there, which is good. Let's get another helicopter for this right side. Okay, an interesting start. Less tank focused than I thought. I thought the enemy would kind of put more into their challenges. We could also use a helicopter on the left to help clean up the terriers. These artillery are actually pretty nasty. My Akatsias need to get to work. I did not expect them to actually be in range there. Maybe we'll put both of these on counter battery for now. Gotta focus on this front line for sure. Seems like they're doing the job, which is good. Okay, we do need to contest something. I'll probably try and contest center, I suppose. We'll have to do Ochrana, and then I'll have to bring in some infantry leader if I have it. It doesn't look like I do. First T-80 versus Challenger Mark III. You can see they are very tanky boys. They don't have a crazy amount of penetration, but up close, right, they're going to do a lot of damage. So that's what we got to be careful with.
Удивить значит победить.
I am going to bring some supply to both of these Resvedka squads. I am going to first, though, have a quick look around with our helicopters, because I don't want them to get captured
Не подходить.
on the way.
Враг в поле зрения. Нас всегда ждут с надеждой. Враг в поле зрения.
Да, товарищ командир. Весь во внимании.
I'm kind of left wondering where all of their tanks are, because they probably have a decent amount on the map somewhere.
Враг в поле зрения.
One on the right there.
Прибавим обороты. Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю.
Выдвигаемся. Выгружу вот там.
Жду новых указаний.
Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности.
Враг в поле зрения.
Так точно, товарищ командир.
We're going to slowly move the Ochrana forwards.
Огонь.
Get that helicopter over there to help the Terriers.
Боеприпасы закончились. Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю.
Нормальные герои всегда идут в обход.
Враг в поле зрения. Лучше потерять невесту, чем обороты несущего винта.
Нас заметили. Это засада. Движение прибавил.
Смена полета. Всем залезем.
And that challenger should be dead.
Боеприпасы
Так точно. Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности. Готов.
Впереди противник.
Быстрее. Каждая
We actually
минута
captured a
в
Bedford. Nice. It's a good catch for us, actually.
Цель поражена. Давай быстрее, пока нас не заметили. Движение на горизонте.
Get some more Ochrana on the right just to help there. Maybe a couple of T-80s is fine as well. Slowly chipping away.
Выходим и в стороны. Скоро буду.
I think what we do here is we just park the BMP behind this building that the Ochrana are in.
Ждет приказов.
Try and move these up a little bit more just to see if we can spot anything.
Цель обнаружена. Громко и четко. Второй взвод. Выдвигаемся. Служу Советскому Союзу. Всем залечь. Жду приказов.
Набираю максимальную скорость. Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю.
I think the helicopters are actually the most expendable thing I have in this fight. Because I don't want to lose too many tanks, right, from the 2nd Battalion, the 62nd, otherwise the battalion might get destroyed. The artillery is fine, right, but obviously we're not using it on the front line. So I think the helicopters are going to be the thing that I actually push with here, even though we're technically attacking an AA unit. I don't think they're using them on the front.
Кажется, это не наши.
Прибавим обороты.
По местам. Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности. Ротор поврежден.
Yeah, they do have a Jav or something there, though,
Вхожу в
so
заданный квадрат.
we're going to have to deal with that
Всех сильней.
before we bring the helicopters forwards. I said I wouldn't fight through the town, but I'm going to shift more tanks over here. Because we just don't really have eyes in the open. Whereas at least the infantry can somewhat screen us. Like the Ochrana can move forwards and get eyes on things, and then we can just drive around the corner and pop them with the tanks.
В этот раз дойдем до Ла-Манша.
We have also now full capped that left side, so that is sort of a win condition we can
Броня на связи.
maybe rely on.
Вперед! Ищем цели!
Проверить снаряжение.
Ха-ха-ха!
There's quite a lot in there.
Уклонение. 10
We'll try and
Огонь!
hit that Challenger with some artillery.
Цель поражена.
Already a good hit though from the T-80.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Даем назад. Аккуратно.
I'm gonna bring in like a MI6 and just use that to resupply these.
Перестреляю.
Торможу.
Готов к бою. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Аты-баты шли со мной. Да, товарищ командир.
Жду ваших указаний.
Oh wow. Yeah. Should have listened to myself.
Товарищ командир.
We don't push through there. That is a bad idea.
Проверка связи. Прием.
Alright, let's back these up. We'll come back out over here and put some pressure on Anna instead.
Жду новых указаний. Осторожно, противник рядом.
I can keep my helicopters a little ways back on that left side,
Экипаж танка к бою готов.
just to stop the Challengers from pushing forwards. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's just a no-go for now.
Враг в поле зрения.
Готов. Выдвигаемся к цели. У нас потери.
Так точно, товарищ командир.
Весь во внимании.
Товарищ командир, ищем цель. Огонь по готовности. Торможу.
Готов. Я ранен.
Молодец, молодчик.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot of stuff over here that we can engage, so looks like that's going to be the choice instead. Just get behind these trees.
Разведвзвод в вашем распоряжении.
We can put artillery into those.
Свой последний приказ.
Да, товарищ командир.
Gonna bring
Враг
in
в поле зрения.
an MI6 for each of these artillery pieces. There's some good supply.
Ударила! Жду ваших указаний.
Самый лег.
Полная боевая готовность. Выходим на атаки.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
По местам. Боекомплекта больше нет.
They're really going for it there.
Даем назад. Аккуратно.
Стой. Сперва нужно осмотреться. Давай быстрее, пока нас не заметили. Одним империалистом меньше. К выполнению боевой задачи готов.
Враг в поле зрения.
Killed by the Monstraki.
Roger. Moving there. Wilco, out.
We'll get the Bedford to just like drive over there.
Орудие готово, командир.
Броня на связи. Достанем их из-под земли.
Враг в поле зрения.
Проверка связи. Прием.
Обороты в норме. Враг в поле зрения.
A nice side shot would be great. Oh, there it is.
Хорошо накрыл.
Like it. Like it a lot.
Жду новых указаний. Давай быстрее, пока нас не Сперва нужно осмотреться.
I'm gonna keep this further back, I think, because it's the only recon helicopter I have left in this recon unit, or in this
Жду новых
helicopter unit.
указаний. К бою готов. К рейсу готов. Тормози. Мы здесь подождем.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Вы поворот не пропустили?
Так, выходим и в стороны.
Хватит сидеть. Вам что, заняться нечем? Движение на горизонте.
Может, чайку? Тормози. Мы здесь подождем.
I'm just gonna cut down the rifles in the open here.
Ваших указаний.
Move forwards the MI-24 a little bit.
Враг в поле зрения.
Make sure that's ready to support if any challenges start coming out of the woodwork.
Товарищ командир.
We have another arc runner here that I can use to move forwards.
Танки, к торможу.
Do I have any better recon? I need like a BRM or something, yeah, that we can just kind of have on the ridge. Can spot a little better for us. Because the Rozvedka, they only have that very good optics, so they are struggling a little bit.
Товарищ командир.
Right, these can go back on counter battery now.
Да, товарищ командир.
Враг в поле зрения.
Быстрее! Нужно оказаться там первыми.
The Rozvedka are gonna run forwards and try and get into that next tree line.
Связи.
Враг в поле зрения.
Торможу.
I'll go on T80s, win that. Good. His strikers are a pain.
Заряжен. К бою готов.
Gonna catch the Scorp. Whoa, not quite.
Есть цель, командир.
Вот и съедем. Оттуда пешком. Враг в поле зрения.
I need to get in gun range of this.
Цель поражена.
Good kill. Artillery is hitting well.
Еще один, понял. Стой, сперва нужно осмотреться. У вас указания. Эй, поехали.
I want to get my Rozvedka here. We're gonna have them try and use these tree lines as much as possible to stay in cover.
Товарищ командир.
Движение на горизонте.
We're out of 80 gems on the T80s. Let's just maybe move forwards. MI-24.
Второй взвод готов. Нормальные герои
And we
всегда
captured the Bedford supply there, but then the Rozvedka killed it.
Только звезды.
Awkward.
Движение на горизонте.
Жду новых указаний. Поехали. Мы поворот.
Ха-ха! Хорошо накрыл, стрелок.
Скоро буду.
That was a good, nice side hit there.
Болванка в танк ударила.
Very nice. And again.
Враг в поле зрения.
we're so close to killing that one on the right, but I think the MO24 ran out of ammo there.
Еще один готов.
A lot of units hovering around on this side. Let's go and get some more MO24s ready for that.
Оружие на изготовку. Второй взвод. Выдвигаемся.
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать?
Оружие на изготовку. Готов. Красная армия всех сильней. Быстрее! Нужно оказаться там первыми. Не видим передачи их победить.
Nice. So far so good. Like, we've got decent job going here with the long range engagements. Javelin on the left.
У нас потери.
They are spotting that unit. See if we can maybe creep up
Ой, последний приходит. Буржуй.
on the right here with a couple of tanks. And that way we can put pressure onto that road.
Движение на горизонте.
Хорошо
Смена полетного задания.
Blowpipe. That's got to go.
Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности.
Движение на горизонте.
Even one man pad is kind of scary because it only has to hit twice. And then the helicopter's doomed.
Жду ваших указаний. Танки грязи не боятся. Громко и четко.
Движение на горизонте. Хорошее место для штаба.
I'm going to bring the T-80 across, not to capture, but just to give better at sea to these T-80s, because they're going to be engaging at gun range with the challenges, so we want to make sure they hit the mark.
Кузову не под... Хорошо. Еще
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
сдаем назад. Хорошо.
Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю.
Торможу.
Выше, давай быстрее, пока нас не заметили.
Боекомплекта больше нет.
Didn't realise that was in gun range as well.
Сдаем назад. Аккуратно.
Полная боевая готовность.
Летающая БМП на связи.
Впереди.
They have a man pad on that side. They also have a man pad in the centre. Like there and there. These are getting too low. Go on, side shot it. Bam, nice.
Война войной, а обед по расписанию. Заводи мотор, уедем.
Враг в поле зрения. Смена полетного задания. Боеприпасы закончились.
Готов.
Тормози. Мы здесь подождем.
I'm going to back those up. That is too risky.
Молодец.
Нас всегда ждут с надеждой.
Then there is vertical fire.
Смена полетного задания.
Okay, not too bad. We'll get the MI-26 on this right-hand side, and that way we can get the MI-24 is back online.
На горизонте!
Может, чайку? Ну, поехали. Тыловое обеспечение на связи.
Молодец, наводчик! На связи! Боекомплект
Alright, time to back up here as well.
Поле зрения.
Набираю высоту. Война войной, а обед по расписанию.
We're getting into the rhythm there of killing some of those challenges, but
Поворот не пропустили?
kind of run out of steam, unfortunately.
Товарищ командир!
Especially if I can't have the helicopters that far up, it's a bit awkward. I may be able to have the helicopters further to the left, although there is a blowpipe there.
Здесь во внимании! Молодец, наводчик!
На маршруте.
Всем залечь! По местам!
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать?
Shift these two T-80s over to the left. I think this is probably the best place to engage the challenges.
Громко и четко! У нас потери! Проверь, понял!
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать?
Okay. Not a fan of that. And I spotted the Rozvedka as well.
Не отставать.
По нам ведут сильный огонь! Молодец, наводчик!
As if the Rozvedka got killed there, that's really sad. The scout's coming up on the ridge.
Броня на связи!
Certainly quite a bit more movement though.
Ищем цель! Огонь по готову! У нас потери!
The
Проверь!
Ochrana got found, but I want to kill the Javelin here.
Цель обнаружена!
К выполнению боевой задачи готов.
Корректируй огонь!
Не отставать. Частоту и... Нас здесь всех перестреляют.
У нас потери! Враг в периметре! Караул в ружье!
I don't think we'll need to fire many shots.
Проверить снаряжение.
Остановимся! Еще один готов!
With that jab gone, we can kind of shift up the helicopter again. Kill the one in the center here somewhere.
Оружие на изготовку.
Давай быстрее, пока нас не заметили!
Враг в поле.
Артиллерия ждет приказа! Еще бы чуть-чуть! Молодец, наводчик! Жду новых указаний!
66 morale left. I think we're doing okay at the moment.
Враг в поле зрения.
If I can get there, I can get into the building, and then that building would be a good place to be.
Ждем цели указаний!
Katsia is getting some cannon battery.
Разговор. Бегом марш.
Цель поражена!
Враг в поле. Проверить снаряжение.
We're kind of low on supply.
К кузову не подходить.
Мехвод, к ориентиру вперед! Вперед!
Like a
Ищем
theme in this
цели!
campaign. Low on supply.
Ожидаем.
Over and over and over again. We'll bring the Mi-26 over to the middle.
Добавим огневой мощи!
These guys are going to have to do some counter battery, I think.
Корректируй огонь!
We'll just manually counter battery that.
Хорошо горит!
Второй взвод готов.
Oh, the Terriers are spotting the Ochrana.
Молодец, наводчик!
Тыловое командир.
We use these MTLBs to fill up from the MI-26.
Служу Советскому Союзу.
Корректируй огонь. Поражена!
Враг в поле зрения.
По вашему приказу. Второй взвод. Выдвигаемся.
Стой! Сперва нужно
I don't know if it's
осмотреться.
greedy, like pushing further forwards here with the Rozhetka. It might be. Because I kind of want to get to here, and then we can see this road, this crossroads, and we can see like the units traveling up and down there.
Оружие на
But they
земле
should not be
вставать.
firing. Bad idea.
Хорошо, горит.
Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь!
Ожидаем.
Враг в поле зрения.
Да, товарищ командир.
Отделение, стой. Я ранен. Хватит сидеть. Вам что, заняться?
I wanted to get those up and fixed up, but
Вы поворот не
obviously didn't do
пропустили.
that in time.
Движение на горизонте.
Жду ваших указаний. Так точно, товарищ командир. Броня на связи.
Да, товарищ командир. Идем туда. Может, бахнем?
Враг в поле зрения.
Корректируй огонь.
Подтверждаю, цель уничтожена.
По нам работают.
The enemy artillery is like annoyingly started focusing on counter battery now.
Здесь мы легкая добыча.
Get the rest of my Akatsias in. We have loads of points, so I may as well just bring all of these in. We can just
Поражена.
like focus this little bit here again. I think there's a lot of enemies in there.
К бою готов. Газ заряжен. К бою готов.
Keep seeing them move in that direction.
Тормози. Вы здесь подождите. Задним ходом марш. Принял. Делаем.
Oh, artillery right on top of my damaged tanks.
Движение на
Put
горизонте.
the MI-24 up.
Удивительно.
Уверены, что там безопасно? Жду ваших указаний. У меня тут пули над головой свистят.
It's cool, they're all firing in unison off the road.
Ждем цели указаний. Еще один готов.
It's another tank.
По местам.
Враг в поле зрения.
Двигаемся скрытно. Еще один готов. Добавим огневой мощи. Корректируй огонь. Добавим огневой мощи. Может, бахнем?
Враг в поле зрения.
Газ заряжен. К бою готов. К бою готов.
Враг в поле зрения.
Еще один готов. Идем туда.
That apparently was the only infantry unit there.
К бою готов.
Враг в поле зрения.
К бою готов. Вперед. Ищем цели.
Are we getting close to conquest victory?
Закрыли! Ждем цели указаний.
Враг в поле зрения.
I ideally don't want to get Conquest Victory. Of course, we do want to get Morale Victory, do as much damage to these tanks as possible.
В вашем распоряжении.
Put these on like a second
Орудия
group.
готовы, командир.
Враг в поле зрения.
Gonna try attacking here again. I didn't actually mean to move that into the sector, of course.
Пути.
Just saying how I don't want Conquest
Огонь по
Victory.
готовности.
Not bad.
Враг в поле зрения.
Удивительно, значит,
The
победить.
BRM's really not spotting that much more.
Готовы вдарить, товарищ командир. Корректируй огонь. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь!
Хорошо горит.
Okay, the AI didn't recap this, which is a bit of a problem.
Еще один готов. Нужно что-то разнести?
Нас всегда ждут с надеждой.
Цель поражена.
Вылетаем.
Цель поражена.
Враг в поле зрения.
Тишина в эфире. Боеприпасы заканчиваются. Хорошо.
Careful, T80.
Лучше потерять невесту.
I'm just lining up the MI-24s here because we're gonna want to
Торможу. Вертушки на связи, товарищ
try and
командир.
get some major gems onto these challenges.
Враг в поле зрения. Смена полетного захвата. Ротор поврежден. Максимальную скорость.
Молодец, наводчик.
Trying to figure out where that's coming
Враг
from.
в поле зрения.
Корректируй огонь. Артиллерия ждет.
По нам долбят. Вылетаем.
Just pull these back for now. If I can flatten those man pads, that would be really good for us.
БМП на связи.
Молодец, наводчик.
Враг в поле зрения.
Да, товарищ командир. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь!
Yeah, I lost another tank. It's very risky. I'm basically gambling with this because these challenges, you know, they're low in cohesion because it's basically taking a lot of shots. But at the same time, it's like they can still hit me, you know, if they get lucky. So
Нас всегда ждут с надеждой.
Враг берег.
the artillery is certainly going to clean things up. That's nice.
В вашем распоряжении.
That's so close.
Еще один готов.
So close.
Артиллерия ждет приказа.
Let's just like blast this area again.
Орудия готовы, командир.
And maybe I'll just like attack somewhere random like here. See if we can get some kills in the last few seconds. Ah, that's rough. Total victory would have been really nice here. It's going to be a major victory instead. Still a relatively clean victory. We lost a couple of tanks. I'm just hoping that that unit is going to be fine. So many Challenger 3s killed actually in that engagement. We lost only 2 T-80s, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Tally 2, tally 2. Okay, he's got a missile off.
Nice, that AA was destroyed. Okay, so the only AA they have now is this one, but there's no way I'm getting close to that. And it doesn't look like we've opened up enough airspace to engage on the right side. So that's a shame. But it was a really good fight. A really good fight. I enjoyed that a lot, and hopefully you guys did too, because unfortunately it has been my time. But yeah, next time around, not sure there's actually many more attacks to be made. We might just, you know, adjust a couple things, and then move on to the next turn, because I don't really want to attack individually with these guys. There's like a lot of fatigue across the board. So next turn we can like use a lot of our fresh tanks to just blast into Hanover, and I think that's probably going to be what we're going to do. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.